Hello everyone, my name's Dennis. I'm the owner of ICUR Digital Photography Forums. I will be posting a link to the site at the end of the video. What I'd like to do is show you how we can improve this Swan image just by using Color Efex Pro, and in Color Efex Pro using the Tonal Contrast, White Neutralizer and Detail extractor. As you can see, we have a bit of yellow in the overall feather area, and we have very little details in the neck and head area. Also, I think we might be able to pull some more details out of this area as well. So we're going to launch Color Efex Pro 4. The first thing that will happen is the last filter used will show up. We're going to remove that from this list so that we can start from scratch. Now, the first thing that I do is if there are birds that are white like herons, swans, pelicans, I will reduce the values to about 50% when I use tonal contrast. As you can see, these are the default values. This is the before, this is after. The highlights, midtones, and shadows will be reduced by 50%. And I'm going to put in 12, 25, and 12. As you can see, it's made a subtle change again to the overall image. Again, there's your before and there's your after. It's very subtle. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to select the contrast type. In the drop down we have standard, high pass, fine, balanced, and strong. The two that I really use the most are the fine and balanced. And I'm holding the cursor at the balance. You see it opens up the overall image and the background. And in the fine it makes the background a little bit darker, and that's the one I'm going to use. Now the next step is we're going to remove some of this yellow cast just by using the white neutralizer. So what we're going to do is add a filter. This is called filter stacking, and we're going to go to the white neutralizer, and as you can see right off we get a lot of that cast removed. There's your before, there's your after. The one thing I'm going to do is just use the neutralized whites just to get out some of this yellow here if it's possible. We're not going to be able to remove everything, but we should be pretty close. And I would say we're going to stay at about 80% just for the white neutralizer. As you can see, we've gained back at this point some details in the feathers. We reduced the yellow cast, and we're starting to see some improvement in the details in this black area of the beak. Now we're going to add a filter, go to Detail Extractor, and there we are. We've got a major change to the image as it is. We've gotten some details here. The details in the feathers on top of the head and the neck are starting to show. Now, for me, the 25% is a bit too much for this image, but for dramatic effects, I'm just going to increase this to show you what can happen. As you can see, it really amplifies everything. We do get a lot of details, but we get that muddy look. And particularly, I don't like that muddy look. So what we're going to do is we're going to decrease this value. There's 23. And I think we'll go to about 18%. This is your before, this is your after. As you can see, we've gotten details on the top of the head, in this feather area next to the eye and down the neck. And we also see an increase of detail in the top of the beak in this black area. That's all it took is 3 filters, the tonal contrast, the white neutralizer, and the detail extractor to make this change. We're going to press OK, and now we're saving the data, and we're going to go into back to Photoshop, and there's the before, and this is after. As you can see, it's made a dramatic change to the overall image. We've gotten increased detail in this black area, which turned out rather nice, and we've gotten some feather detail that we restored. Again, we'll do the before and the after. Hope you enjoyed this video. My name's Dennis.